Lesson 5E, Doing DeFi. This is the culmination of the Ultimate Beginner Crypto course. This is what we have all been waiting for. We've been waiting to set up our DeFi wallet and connect our DeFi wallet to dApps so that we can provide liquidity, start earning yield, take out loans, provide loans. You can do so many things with DeFi, but it first starts with connecting your wallet and funding your wallet. So that's what we're going to start with right here. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to go to the Google Chrome web store. Now right now I am on the Brave browser, and you can do this from Google Chrome or the Brave browser. I think the Brave browser is something that is a very useful tool if you're going to be operating in the crypto space. You can connect wallets a lot easier, and there's a lot more perks within the Brave browser, but you can do this from Chrome as well if you choose to. So we're going to go to the Google Chrome web store. Now we're in Google, we click on the Chrome web store, and as you can see, recommended is MetaMask, but we're going to go up here and search for MetaMask, and as we can see, there are three options that popped up. You're going to want to click on the first one. This is MetaMask. You can see there are 2,000 reviews, 9 million plus users, some information here. But this is the MetaMask that we're going to use, and we're going to add this to Brave. So we're going to add this extension to Brave or Chrome. And we click Add Extension. So when that extension is added, you go up here to the top right. As we can see, that will show up here. So up here in the top right, MetaMask is going to go to our extensions. So we're going to click on this puzzle icon in the top right and click on this pin for MetaMask. That's going to pin MetaMask to our extensions, and we can move it over here to the front if we want to. Now we're going to go here to click started or get started. Now this is going to be similar to when we set up our trust wallet. You can either choose to set up a wallet that you already have with your recovery phrase, or you can set up a brand new wallet. We're going to click on create a wallet. So there's some good information here. MetaMask will always allow you to opt out via settings, but they will never collect your keys, addresses, transactions, balances, or collect your IP address. So make sure you check this piece out as well. Click agree. So right now you're going to have to set a password. So make sure you set a password. Be sure to remember this as well. This will allow you to connect to your wallet quicker without having to put in your seed phrase every single time. And click that, click create. So this is going to take you through a short video to learn about your recovery phrase. We obviously understand this because we've been going through the course. We know that we should never share our recovery phrase. We shouldn't take a picture of it. We shouldn't save it anywhere. We should definitely write it down and keep it in a safe and secure place. So we're going to click next here. Now, this is our secret backup phrase, our secret recovery phrase. Do not share this with anybody, and do not leave it out so that anybody can see it. Make sure it's in a secure place. So we're going to click here to reveal our secret words. So make sure you write these down, put them somewhere so that you can remember, so that way when you do somehow get logged out of your MetaMask, you can recover your wallet, and this will recover all your accounts within your wallet as well. Now once you have those written down, it's going to ask you to put them back in to make sure that you do have your secret backup phrase with you. So I'm going to put mine in here. All right, and once you put those in successfully, You're then going to get a message that says congratulations. Again, be sure to not lose your recovery phrase and keep it in a safe place. And this is just going to give some updated information. And here you're in MetaMask. So right now we have the big tab open. This is MetaMask. But what you're mainly going to want to do is you're going to use this extension. And this extension will serve as your wallet. As you can see, we created a brand new wallet. And we don't have any ETH in here right now. This is an Ethereum wallet. So the second thing we want to do before we do any transactions in DeFi is we have to have Ethereum in our wallet. This is what's going to allow us to pay our gas fees. This is what's going to allow us to create transactions and swap other tokens with Ethereum. So we're going to need some Ethereum in our brand new wallet. So how do we get some Ethereum? Well, you have to buy Ethereum. You got to put some type of currency. That's probably going to be your US dollars. You got to convert some US dollars into Ethereum, and that generally is going to mean you're going to buy some Ethereum from an exchange or a broker. So the broker or exchange that I'm going to use is probably one that we've all heard of before. We're going to check out Coinbase.com. Now, once we're on Coinbase.com, we're going to sign in. It's pretty straightforward, and I do believe that upon creating a Coinbase account, you do have to do a KYC, so that is something to keep in mind as well. But while we're here on Coinbase, the purpose of us being here is so that we can buy some Ethereum. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up to this buy or sell button, and we're going to click that. Now, as you can see, I already have my bank account and my debit card set up on Coinbase. If you don't have your payment option set up, it's pretty easy to set up. You just got to add your bank account or your debit card or both, and it should be pretty easy to do that. Once you have your payment option set up, as you can see, we want to buy. So we're going to stay here on the buy tab. I'm going to click on the asset, go down to the second option, Ethereum, click Ethereum, and we're going to tell it how much we want to buy. So it says you can buy up to $35,000. I'm going to do a nice little small purchase. Since I already have some Ethereum, I'll just do a small purchase, and I'll do a preview buy. And as you can see, you can make this a recurring buy on Coinbase. That's a decent little feature on Coinbase. And it says that you can send your coins instantly. Now, there are some exchanges and some brokerages where once you buy crypto, you have to leave it on there for a set amount of days. I think on Binance US, it's about 10 days that you have to leave your crypto on there once you buy. But on Coinbase, they just need to make sure that your account actually has the funds to pay for the crypto, and you can send it right away. But if you're paying a small amount, then you can send it instantly. So we're going to click buy now. As you can see, we had the fee here, but that's something that we can't really avoid. Keep in mind that if you're following along with this tutorial and you're about to buy Ethereum, make sure that you buy enough Ethereum so that you can cover future gas costs as well. So if you buy just a little bit of Ethereum, anytime you want to move that Ethereum, it's going to have gas fees associated with it. So if you don't have enough Ether to cover the gas fees to send your Ether, that's going to be an issue. So if you are following along, be sure to buy enough Ether in order to cover the gas fees, in order to send that Ether and interact with smart contracts later. Alright, so our purchase went through. We now got some Ether. And it says we can send our ETH immediately, which is a good thing. So once we have our ETH in our account, we're then going to go to the send receive button because we want to send this crypto from Coinbase to our MetaMask wallet. So we're going to click on send receive. Well, since we're sending, we're going to stay here in the Send tab. And what we want to do is we want to send all. I'll send all of my ETH to my wallet. So we click on the Send All button. You're going to go up to the top of your Extensions tab. Click on your MetaMask extension. This is your MetaMask wallet. Now, since we want to send ETH to our MetaMask wallet, we want to copy our MetaMask address. So you click here on your account and it'll say copy to clipboard. And you copy that, and then you're going to go ahead and paste that into the to field of Coinbase. Once you have your wallet address pasted into the to field, we're then going to click continue. Now it's going to give you one last chance to look at your transaction. It's saying that there is 0 Coinbase fee, but there is a network fee because this is an Ethereum transaction. So these transactions aren't free. And I guess Coinbase is not covering that transaction. But we're looking at the to field. We see our wallet address, the first couple digits and the last couple digits. And then we see that we're sending Ethereum to that address. So we're going to go ahead and click Send Now. I've got some two-step verification. I do recommend securing your account with two-step verification as well. And once that transaction goes through, you'll be able to see that your balance on Coinbase reflects the balance that you sent from your Coinbase to your MetaMask. And you can go ahead and check your MetaMask to make sure that your ETH did in fact reach your account. I was able to get my ETH here. Now you're not going to have some other tokens. You probably just have ETH, but we'll show you how to add tokens into your MetaMask wallet as well. It doesn't just support Ethereum. And now that we do have our Ether in our account and that transaction went through to our MetaMask wallet, this could be a good time to get familiar with Etherscan. As we mentioned before, Etherscan is a great tool for everything that happens on the Ethereum network. So what you can do is you go here to activity, and activity is going to tell you whether you received tokens, sent tokens. So as you can see, here's the transaction here that we just did. So I'm going to click on that. And now you see these details. You can see the nonce. That is information about the hash of the block that your transaction went in. It shows you the amount of gas that was used, and the price of gas that was used. And these values were filled out by Coinbase. You couldn't fill out those values from the Coinbase transaction. And it shows you the total price of what everything went down, the amount of ETH you sent, and the fees associated with it. We're going to go up here to this arrow, and it's going to say View on Etherscan. So now that we're on Etherscan, we basically click the link for the transaction ID that we performed from Coinbase to our MetaMask wallet. Now this page is going to take us to the transaction page. So there's a database of every transaction that's ever been done on the Ethereum network. This is our transaction. As you can see, this transaction was a success. This is the block height, the number of confirmations after our transaction. So this is how many blocks have been mined after the block that mined our transaction. It tells you the timestamp. It tells you the from address, and it tells you the to address. As you can see, this from address is from Coinbase. It tells you that. And just some other information about your transaction. So Etherscan.io, we'll visit this later in the tutorial, but Etherscan.io tells you a plethora of information, pretty much everything you need to know about transactions on the Ethereum network. So definitely get familiar with Etherscan. You can search tokens, you can search transactions, you can search wallet addresses. Etherscan has everything you need. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and provide liquidity onto a dApp. And this is something that we've been talking about throughout the course. We want to try to produce passive income with our crypto. So we are going to provide liquidity into a dApp, into a liquidity pair, and that will allow us to get some passive income because of the fees that will be transacted in that pair. And since we provide liquidity to that pair, we do have a stake and a percentage of that pair, so we get a portion of those fees. So the DEX, or the platform that we're going to go to for this tutorial, we're going to go to a platform called SushiSwap. And that is sushi.com. So great URL right there. So when we get to sushi.com, we can enter the app here, or we can enter the app at the top right. A lot of dApps have this button at the top right, so we can go to the app, and you can also see some information about SushiSwap as well. They've got their native sushi token. You've got the total liquidity, total volume, and the amount of pairs in this decentralized exchange. So let's go to the app. So that first screen that we were on was the sushi.com website. Now when we click into the app, this is the actual decentralized app that we're going to interact with. So right off the bat, we can see in the top right again, we want to connect to a wallet. So we're going to click here to connect to our wallet. First things first, we see MetaMask here at the top. You also have a bunch of other wallets. You can see down here Coinbase wallet, which is the non-custodial version of Coinbase. We have some other wallets as well. Binance down here. Wallet Connect is a decent platform as well, where it connects a bunch of wallets within Wallet Connect. We're going to go up here and we're going to click on MetaMask since we have our MetaMask wallet. And once you click on MetaMask, it will open up your browser extension, and you want to make sure your wallet is checked. And then you want to go ahead and click Next to connect your wallet with the dApp. So this is how you are interacting with the decentralized app. You are logging in with your wallet. And it'll ask you to connect. You click connect. And here you have it. You are now connected to the Sushi app, the SushiSwap app. So now you're logged in and you can do transactions, you can make swaps, you can provide liquidity, you can put your tokens into a farm, lend, borrow. You can do a lot with SushiSwap, which is why I'm picking it for this tutorial. Another good platform is Uniswap, but Uniswap doesn't offer as many financial tools as SushiSwap, so I do think this is a better option, especially for beginners to get their feet wet. So now that we're here on the SushiSwap app, the first page that it takes you to is the swap. Now obviously we can do a market order swap, you have limit order swaps, and liquidity as well. Now this is going to allow you to provide liquidity. As you can see up here, by adding liquidity you'll earn a 0.25% of all trades on this pair proportional to your share of the pool. Fees are added to the pool, accrue in real time, and can be claimed by withdrawing your liquidity. So what this is saying is what we went over before. When you provide liquidity, you're going to earn a certain percentage of all trades that happen on whatever pair that you provide liquidity to. But since we only have Ethereum in our wallet, we need another token to provide liquidity to a pair, because we need another token to complete the pair. You can't just provide ETH because you need something to trade it against. You need another asset in the pool so that when people want to come and buy ETH, they put up their other asset, and then they can then buy ETH from that pair. So let's say we were in a Ethereum Chainlink pool. We would put in, let's say we want to get ETH, we would put in Link and we can get ETH. Or if we want to get Link, we would put in ETH and then we can trade for Link. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to head back here to Swap. And what we're going to look at, we're going to click on Select Token. And we are going to search Link. Now Chainlink will come up. One quick note is that you want to be sure you're always working with tokens that you're familiar with. So for example, it is possible for people to add tokens into SushiSwap that are almost replicas of the real token, so that when you go to swap ETH for this token that is a replica, your money can basically be stolen because you're going to get a replica token of the real token. So again, please be sure that you are ensuring that you're working with the right token. Link is a very popular token, so we're not going to have any issues here. It's going to pop up first. But just be sure that you're not working with tokens that aren't the real thing. And you can also check the official token address on Etherscan if you're not sure. So what we're going to do here is that since we need an equal amount of each asset to provide liquidity, I'm going to take some ETH and I'm going to swap it for Link, and then we're going to provide an equal amount of ETH and Link into the ETH Link liquidity pool. So as you can see, I have about 0.05 ETH in my wallet right now, and I want to swap some of my ETH for Link so that I can then add that to the liquidity pool. So I'm going to swap about 0.0065 Ether. That's going to give me about 0.8 Link. So swapping about $20 will provide a nice little $20 to the pool, and that should help to keep our gas fees low as well. So we put in the amount of ETH that we want to swap, and then we get the amount of Link that we're going to get for this exchange. We're going to click on swap. And this is going to give us some information here. So you can see the route. It's going directly from Ethereum to Chainlink. Chainlink is an ERC20 token. So that means that it was built on the Ethereum network. So it shouldn't have too many hops in between. So you'll get your minimum amount received. And this is the minimum you'll receive if you confirm the swap right now. The price impact is 0%. This is a pretty liquid pool. Chainlink and Ethereum are both high liquidity tokens. A lot of people hold them, so you shouldn't have any slippage. And we've got our liquidity provider fee. This is the fee you'll pay. You've got a sushi fee. And your slippage tolerance, again, you shouldn't have to worry too much about slippage here with this pair. But if you do get to some other little known pairs, you might have to increase your slippage to get the transaction to go through. So keep that in mind as well. So we're going to go here to confirm swap. And this is going to pull up our MetaMask wallet again. Now, as we can see, we wanted to send about $20 of ETH, and we wanted to swap that for Chainlink. Now, as you can see, the estimated gas fee that we're getting from SushiSwap is going to be $30. So that's going to be more money that we're going to pay in gas than our actual transaction is worth. And that is not uncommon on the Ethereum network. That's why a lot of people do like the Binance Smart Chain, although the Binance Smart Chain is a little less decentralized. So that's the trade-off that you're going to get. But we're going to go actually to another website. We checked out Etherscan. So now we're actually going to go to another website that we recommended in our last lesson. And that was GasNow.org. So what GasNow.org does is that it gives us the most updated competitive gas prices. So as you can see, the more gas you pay, the faster your transaction will go through. So if we were to pay 67 Gwei, which is the smallest unit of Ethereum, Wei is the smallest unit, and Gwei is gigawei. So it's a pretty complicated thing, but just like Satoshis are for Bitcoin, Wei is for Ethereum. So right now, if you want a rapid transaction, you would have to pay about 79 Gwei in order to make that go through. Now, let's say we want to save some money. We could look over here to the slow transaction. This would take us greater than 10 minutes, but it would be a way that we could save money on gas fees. So as you can see, these things are updating constantly. We were just at 79, now we're at 58, 67. So this website, gasnow.org or ETH Gas Station, is another one that you can go and you can see what the most updated gas prices are so that you can pay the least amount of gas that you can possibly pay. So we're going to go back to here and we're going to play around a little bit with this transaction. So right now it's recommending that we pay $29.66 in gas. So we can go here to edit. And right now it always defaults to medium. So you can change it to low. And that'll save you a couple cents. It doesn't really do a whole lot. That'll save you a couple cents. But what I like to do is I like to go down to advanced options. Now right here, as you can see, this is where we're putting in our Gwei. So you kind of got to play around with this a little bit if you do want to save some money on gas. So let's try to see if we put in 58. Alright, so that's going to say the max fee is too low. Let's try to do 63. It's also going to say it's too low. So you kind of do have to wait and play around with it. It's even saying 75 Gwei is too low right now. So let's take a look at the gas fees. So right now it's at 50. So we should be able to get a lower gas fee. So we'll go back to edit. And we'll scroll down here. Let's try 55. So this is something that you kind of got to play around with, and MetaMask has changed a little bit recently, so where it is giving you that kind of error where it's saying the max fee is lower than it should be. But that is a way where you can try to play around with the gas fee and get the lowest possible price that you can get. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here and we're going to put our transaction through. And we're going to click confirm. Alright, so when we clicked confirm, our transaction was submitted. So what we can do, since we only have Ether in our MetaMask wallet, that's the only token that is showing up. So when you make a swap on SushiSwap, it will offer you the option to add link to your MetaMask. So you want to click that and it's going to add the Chainlink token to your MetaMask wallet so that you can know when it comes into your wallet. If you don't have a token in your wallet, then you could actually have that token there, but you won't be able to see it because that token is not visible in your wallet. So you have to add the tokens to your wallet so that you can see the balance. So we added link to our wallet, and we'll go over here to assets, and as we can see down at the bottom, we do have the link here, and it went through pretty quickly. So since our transaction did go through, we again can go back to our activity and we can check it on Etherscan and check out the information. As you can see, this transaction was from SushiSwap and not Coinbase, so there's a little bit more information on here, but pretty much the same amount of information. The timestamp was 1 minute ago, but already 7 block confirmations have happened in between the time that we did our transaction up until now. So you can see how fast the Ethereum network is going as compared to Bitcoin, where each block would happen at an average of about 10 minutes. We're getting about a block a minute on Ethereum. I don't exactly know what the Ethereum block cycle is, but that's something to keep in mind as well. Okay, so let's keep track of how many transactions we've done. We just swapped ETH for Link, so that was one transaction. We had to pay 1 gas fee for that. So now we want to provide liquidity to the ETH Link pair. So we're going to go over here and go to liquidity, and it has our tokens up here. We want to add liquidity. So what we're going to do, since we have a less amount of Link in our wallet than ETH, we are going to do a max amount of Link that we want to add as liquidity. Now, right here, it's saying it's giving you the option to approve Link. So what we're doing now is that we have to allow the app to spend our Link. So this is not actually the transaction that is providing the liquidity. We actually need to allow SushiSwap to have access to spend our chain link. So that's what you have to do when you want to provide liquidity. You have to give the app access to your tokens, because you are technically allowing your tokens to be traded in the open decentralized market. So we're going to confirm that. As you can see, this is our second transaction. The transaction fees are kind of adding up, and this is something that you have to keep in mind while you're doing DeFi. There are a lot of transactions that happen, and pretty much everything that you do involves a transaction. Alright, so now that our confirmed transaction so that SushiSwap can spend our link has completed, we can now continue with providing liquidity. And when we click confirm adding liquidity, this will actually be the transaction where we add our ETH Link pool tokens. So as you can see, it'll tell you how much ETH you are depositing, how much Link you're depositing, and what your share of the pool will be once you deposit these tokens. So as you can see, if you add about $20 of each to the ETH Link pool, you're going to get a 0.00003364% of the pool, and you would then get 0.25% of that for every transaction. So as you can see, not a ton of percentage, but if you put in a lot more money and you use up a lot of time, over time this can be a decent way to earn some passive income. And there are also other ways to boost that income as well that I will show you after this. So we're going to click confirm supply. And now we're going to have to do another transaction. So this transaction is looking like it's more than the last one. So what we'll do, we'll try to see what kind of gas we can edit, just to see if we can get some type of edge. Now it's looking like it's about 98 Gwei that it's recommending. We'll go to GasNow.org. We're seeing that rapid is 75. So it shouldn't necessarily be recommending 98 for our transaction. So let's see what we can do. Let's see if we put in 75. It's going to say too low. So this should go through. Alright, so we put in our gas fee and we're going to click confirm. Now we'll have to wait for that to confirm. You can click on the transaction to see where it's at. So let's view this one on Etherscan. As you can see, this is a transaction in progress, so it's going to tell you about how much time it's expected to confirm and when it was actually sent. So as you can see, we got confirmed, and although MetaMask was saying that our gas fee was too low, it actually confirmed pretty quickly. So using ETH gas station or GasNow.org does work on Ethereum. Even if you get that error saying that the gas fee is too low, it can still go through and you can get a few dollars off on your gas fees. So now that we have our transaction confirmed, we can see that our ETH and our link was added to the pool. Now down here, once you add your liquidity to the pool, underneath liquidity, you'll see your position and all of your liquidity will be down here. So if we had another pair, it would be underneath this one. So it's showing you how much Link ETH pool tokens you have. So you have 0.05727 Link ETH liquidity pool tokens. So this is a special token that you get once you provide liquidity. It basically is a method of showing ownership of how much percentage you have in the pool. So now that we have our liquidity pool tokens for the Link ETH pair, we can now put these liquidity pool tokens inside of a farm. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here to the top menu. We can see pool, migrate, farm, lend, borrow, stake, MISO. We're going to go to farm. So we're going to click on that. Now this will take you to the farms page of SushiSwap. And what we're going to do is we're going to search for the pair that we just added liquidity to. So we'll start with Link and we'll type in Link. And as we can see down here, we see the Link wrapped ETH pair. Now we did add Ethereum, but generally wrapped ETH and ETH, when you're dealing with DeFi smart contract, is mainly going to be the same thing as it pertains to your wallet. So I don't think they're the same exact smart contract, but when it's in your wallet on the dApp, it basically acts as the same thing. So we provided liquidity to the Link ETH pair, so we're going to click on this right here. Now, as we can see, we know we're in the right place because we have our wallet balance here. We have 0.05727 Link ETH LP tokens. So what we're going to do here, as you can see, we have the total value locked. The TVL is 112 million in this pair. So that means it's $112 million worth of Link and ETH inside this pair. As we can see, we only added about $20 worth of each when we did our liquidity provision. And so some of these other pairs, USDC and Link, you don't see as much. USDT and Link, you don't see as much, but this is 112 million. So over here, we're looking at our annualized return. So when we add these LP tokens into this pool, we can get 6% per year. As you can see, that's a little low compared to some of these other ones, 13%, 20%, 24%, but generally that's going to mean that there's more total value locked. So the more value that's locked in this pair or contract, the less rewards you're going to get because there's more people that need to share those rewards. But as you can see, this is an example. We've been using the link ETH pair for our entire course. And so we did this. So what we're going to do is we're going to add our tokens to this farm. So when you provide liquidity, we provided Chainlink and Ethereum. So we provided Link and ETH as liquidity. Once you do that, you get back these LP tokens. So that's what this 0.05727 is. We got LP tokens as a measurement of how much percentage we have of that entire pool. Now with these LP tokens, we can then stake them in a farm and earn rewards on those tokens. So as you can see, again, providing liquidity is a decent way to get some passive income. Not only are you getting rewards from the fees that are going through the swap in the pool, but now once you get your LP tokens, you can then stake those tokens and get a reward on those. So let's take a look here. We're going to provide the max amount of our tokens. That's 0.05727. And again, we're going to have to approve these for another transaction. And when you do another transaction, that's going to be more gas. So this is also going to do a spend. We have to allow SushiSwap to spend these tokens. Since these tokens are in our wallet, we have to allow SushiSwap to spend those. So this is another transaction here. We're going to click confirm. And that will take maybe a few minutes to approve. Alright, so as we can see, that transaction went through. Now we've approved SushiSwap to spend our tokens. So now we're actually going to go in and stake our tokens, and this should be the last transaction. So we're going to go ahead and confirm this transaction as well. Alright, so now that that transaction went through, we can see that we have the opportunity to harvest our sushi. Now, what that does is, since we provided liquidity to this pool, the rewards you get are going to be paid to you in sushi token. So that's how a lot of these platforms are going to promise these rewards or these percentages, is that they pay you in the native token of the dApp or of the platform. So since we've been in this pool, we've gotten this amount of sushi, and it's only been a few seconds, and you can sometimes see your rewards come in as the seconds go by on some platforms, especially a platform like SushiSwap. So here is how you can generate a passive income through DeFi, and this is just one of the ways. This is just one way to generate a passive income through DeFi. As you can see on SushiSwap, you have lending, you have borrowing. You can lend your assets out to other people and you can gain a percentage yield on those. You can borrow assets, and then when you borrow assets, you can then trade those assets, basically trading on margin. You're trading on borrowed money, and you can make some income there as well. So there's so many things you can do. Like we said before, throughout this entire course, DeFi allows you to do everything that you can do in traditional banking and traditional financial systems, but just in a decentralized way. As you can see, we logged on to the app on the internet, we connected our wallet, and we're able to do so many things, generate a passive income with our tokens that we bought through our bank account. You can do so many things with DeFi. So one last thing that I want to show you guys. I want to take you guys to another one of our helper websites that we looked at, and that will be dbank.com. So now with dbank.com, we do the same thing as we did on SushiSwap. We connect our wallet. So as you can see, it's asking us to connect our wallet. And we connect our wallet, and what Dbank does is it searches through our wallet and all the smart contracts that we are in, and it provides us with a list of what tokens we have and how much value is going through our wallet. So as we can see, we went down here and we can see that we have this link and ETH farming. So we put those tokens into our link ETH pool, and we can see that here. I have a bunch of other things in this wallet as well, but the main thing that we want to look at is what we just did. We added liquidity to the link and ETH pool, and then we farmed those LP tokens that we got. So we can see that here, and that is available to us on DeBank. This is a platform that looks through your wallet, and it can see what smart contracts you're interacting with and where your money is. Because when you put your money, or you put your tokens in a smart contract, they're no longer in your wallet. So DeBank serves as a way to still track those tokens and that liquidity that you provided in a way that you don't have to search through every single platform that you've interacted with. You just go to DeBank and it tells you where your tokens are. So I hope this DeFi tutorial was able to provide you with the skills and the knowledge of what the opportunities are with DeFi, decentralized finance. As we can see, everything we did in this tutorial was on the Ethereum network. Now we paid a lot of fees and we only did about two things, right? We provided liquidity. Well, we did a swap, we provided liquidity, we got our LP tokens, and then we staked those LP tokens. So we probably had about 5 or 6 transactions that we had to do. And each transaction was in the tens of dollars. So we can see these Ethereum fees could add up. That's why a lot of people do enjoy Binance Smart Chain. It's very much so cheaper, but again, not as decentralized, but it's still a very good and quick platform for basically 99% less fees. Binance Smart Chain is very cheap. But I wanted to show you guys the tried and true way. When it comes to DeFi, Ethereum is still the leader. There's no mistaking that. So I did want to give you guys a genuine approach to DeFi. Again, the Binance Smart Chain is good, but I don't know if it's the most genuine approach to DeFi right now. I think Ethereum is still the way to go. But when it's the way to go, you do have to pay some fees. But either way, I hope this served as a great tutorial for you guys, and so that you can understand and now have the skills to operate in decentralized finance.